Tuesday, Oklahoma GOP Senator James Lankford released the 7th volume of his federal fumbles that blasts needless government spending. The report details numerous examples of what he calls wasteful uses of taxpayer money, noting more than $20,000 goes to, quote, drag shows in Ecuador, $1 million for a Washington, D.C. dance equity organization, and $4 million for a wine walking trail in Napa Valley, California. So this comes, of course, as the country could default on its debt. But House Speaker Kevin McCarthy says he is optimistic. Today, he said both sides could reach a deal in time for the House to vote next week. So joining us now to discuss is Senator James Lankford. Senator, thank you so much for being here. Can you provide some insight regarding where the debt limit talks are right now, and should the American people be concerned?
Sure. Yeah. American people should pay attention because it is their money. So absolutely, they should be engaged. We've been through lots of debt ceiling negotiations. This happened year after year, quite frankly, that there's this back and forth on how it's going to happen. Speaker Pelosi at the time was holding up debt ceilings with Donald Trump because she wanted more spending on it. And so 3 different times she held the debt limit and forced negotiation. Speaker McCarthy is actually the opposite direction. He's saying, hey, we need to be more careful in our spending and need to slow spending down. And so he's doing the same thing on this. So again, this is not uncommon. We're going to pay our debts. We're going to get through another debt ceiling. But we, quite frankly, at $31.4 trillion in total debt, we should be talking about the direction of our spending and trying to be able to find ways to be able to spend a little less and to be more careful with Americans' taxpayers' dollars.
So I wanted to dig into that just a bit. If McCarthy does broker a deal with Democrats, are modest spending caps, permitting reform, and maybe some work requirements, do you think that Republicans will still support a compromise like that, or what do you believe needs to be done?
Yeah, I'm going to let the House Speaker and the President be able to negotiate this out, but Republicans are realistic. We're not going to solve the debt crisis in a year. You can't do a cut so large you fix this. We're way, way out of balance. It's over $1 trillion in overspending. This is going to take several years to be able to work our way out of. So let's get that process started, knowing that we're going to have several years to be able to fix this. This is that grown-up conversation that we all need as a nation to say, you can't keep overspending $1 trillion every year and think there's not going to be economic consequences.
So do you believe what McCarthy has on the table right now, is that enough?
Well, I don't know what he has on the table right now other than what the House has put out there. What the House put out is being portrayed as this radical proposal. What the House actually put out is, let's go back to last year's spending levels and let's do last year's spending levels all over again. And that's being portrayed by the administration as being draconian. If our country was open last year, we can still be open this year. That's not a draconian cut. That's trying to say, let's slow down the growth of our spending. And so right now they're trying to be able to negotiate and be able to figure out what to do from here.
So you have a new book that we highlighted, and it talks about the wasteful government spending. Can you provide more about where the government is really dropping the ball big time?
Yeah, what we try to do every year with the federal fumble book that we put out online, just langford.senate.gov. It's our official website. You can get a chance to be able to download it from there. We put out 50 examples this year that are not every example, but we pulled out 50 examples and said, here are areas that we say this may be a good or a bad project. That's not the issue. The issue is, should taxpayers pay for this? Is this a taxpayer project for American taxpayers? For instance, one of the grants that was done this past year was a study of butterflies in Germany done by a Swedish scientist. So I don't know why American taxpayers are paying to study German butterflies and paying a Swedish scientist to be able to do it. We look at it and go, where did this come from? Who approved this? Why didn't this get checked in the process? So we just try to be able to ask the question on it. Is there a better way we can do? Focus on infrastructure, focus on national defense, focus on the things that are most important to people.
Well, I think that's really important. And it seems while the things that you have highlighted may be interesting, they're certainly headline worthy, but realistically and overall, there's sort of a drop in the bucket. In the long run, is it worth fighting these smaller fights? And I would say, as a taxpayer myself, yes. However, we have some big problems. So how do we address this holistically?
Yeah, small and large. So, for instance, there was a grant that was done to study the secret language of butchers in Paris, France. That's American taxpayers paid to be able to study the secret language of butchers in Paris. It wasn't huge, but it's still American taxpayer dollars. We've got folks that are working 2 jobs and working overtime and paying their taxes and taking care of their family. Every single penny counts. So I raised these small to large issues. Some of them are multi-billion-dollar issues. And raise those and say, okay, let's slow down and let's not say, for instance, there's nowhere to cut in government. We can't slow down our spending. We can. We can look at small things. We can look at large things. But all those require what I say is the grown-up conversation to be able to sit down and say, let's start talking about what are the priorities. Let's do that. Every family that's over budget, every business that's over budget, first looks and says, what's the low-hanging fruit to be able to cut? And then they start looking for the harder items. I'm raising the low-hanging fruit and some harder items as well, and to say, let's start taking a look at these and then start the conversation about how do we slow down our spending.
Well, it's an important conversation to have. Senator James Lankford, thank you for your time.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.